Aqeela Asifi is no ordinary teacher. She's dedicated her life to bringing education to refugee girls in Pakistan. Like Aqeela, most of these girls hail from war-torn Afghanistan. When she first set foot in Pakistan 23 years ago, she joined 3 million exiled Afghans that were already there. Girls in this refugee camp were barred from going to school by their conservative families. Aqeela single-handedly turned their lives around.
In 1992, when the civil war started in Afghanistan and the war made people restless, I too was forced by this war to migrate from Afghanistan, from Kabul. When we got here, we saw there were new refugees. These new refugees were very good people, very hospitable, very civilized, really good people. But being among these people, one could sense they were total strangers to and totally unaware of education. They never bothered to even utter the phrase, education for girls. So I thought I'd give them a hand, because I knew very well how a person can fight individually against ignorance. Eventually, but with difficulty, I was able to obtain permission from the village elders.
For her work at the Chandna camp in northern Pakistan, currently home to 4,800 families, the UN Agency for Refugees awarded Aqeela Asifi the prestigious Nansen Award this year. But it was not always easy. At first, Aqeela not only struggled to convince her fellow refugees of the need to educate girls, but she also had to find a place to teach.
There was no girls' education here. So she said if I agreed, I needed to find her a place. I replied I needed to ask fellow tribesmen. She started to give lessons to kids in a tent, but people wouldn't come. Then, in about a month, numbers grew. She worked for a year or two in the tents. Then they made room for us. When her school ran for 10 to 12 years, when people understood what was going on, when they saw our kids develop, then one by one, that school over there opened. The one near the market also opened. The one in Aqeela also opened. And another one opened too in Wali Kailo.
Aqeela's dedication paid off. 23 years after she arrived in Pakistan, more than 600 girls are enrolled in the camp's 5 schools, including girls from neighbouring Pakistan villages.
You and us all, wherever we are, whoever we are, we must always strive to develop knowledge, to acquire knowledge, to spread knowledge. Coming and gathering here has only one purpose, just one purpose, and that's to get what? Knowledge.
Education runs until the 8th grade, or age 13, and girls are taught Urdu, Pashto, English and essential subjects such as mathematics, economics and biology.
I've been studying here since I was 2 years old. If she hadn't come here, we wouldn't have come either. She's an Afghan. We're also Afghan. There was no other Afghan teacher here. My interest is to get educated and become like Miss Aqeela, or a doctor, or someone like you folks. I wish to become an engineer or someone important. I read all the messages for my father on his phone. I read the electricity bill. I'm the one who reads what we need.
Over the years, as more and more girls flocked to the camp's classrooms, additional teachers were needed. Wasiri Bibi is one of them. She too fled Afghanistan and studied with Aqeela to become a teacher.
There was nothing here when we came. I fled along with my husband and kids. I'm so confused over here. Sometime after our arrival, I learned that Aqeela was running a school, a course, and that she was short of teachers, so I came and taught here. For 8 or 9 months, I was both learning and teaching. So it's because of Aqeela, a Sifi, that I've had a paid job for 18 years. It's all because of her.
Aqeela was already a trained teacher when she arrived in Pakistan. She fled Kabul with her family. 5 of her 6 children still live in the camp, including her youngest daughter. Naturally, Aqeela looks after her education. Her husband, a shopkeeper, supported her school project from the start.
She started working to be compassionate, out of sympathy. She really began her work out of compassion. All of us, including me, all of our tribe, are happy with her and are thankful to her.
I derive much pleasure from my work. I'm proud that being a woman, a teacher, I've won an international award. I'm very happy. My husband stands by me. He cooperates with me in everything. In all respects, families have changed so greatly that people are living much better than before. Many people are living successful lives because of these girls. Every household has a girl who's educated up to 8th grade.
Aqeela's work didn't stop at educating Afghan girls. She also made a point of taking in pupils from neighbouring impoverished Pakistan villages who otherwise wouldn't have been able to go to school. Some of these girls travel several hours on foot every morning for the unique privilege of attending class 6 times a week.
Our house is 2 hours away. We come on foot. We're poor, so we come here. In our village, the boys' school is up to the 10th grade, but the girls' school only goes up to a 5th grade, so there isn't a class for me to go to, and there aren't many teachers there. There isn't that much teaching there. Students in that school mostly play and don't study. I want to be a pilot when I grow up, to help develop Pakistan.
In a Pakistani village outside the refugee camp, we meet Faiza's aunt. She too benefited from Aqeela's teaching.
I was a student of Miss Aqeela. She taught me up to 8th grade. She always advised us to study and move forward. My studies continue. I'm doing a bachelor's degree. I really want to be a teacher. If Miss Aqeela's school wasn't there, I would have been like other village girls, like these women, illiterate.
The key to Aqeela's success was in changing mindsets. Not only her pupils, but the whole village came round to supporting her. They understood that education would give their children better opportunities, away from poverty and menial jobs.
Due to poverty, kids miss education. Some collect trash, some go to brick factories. I'm not educated myself. Though I'm not educated, I support education because I've gone through tough experiences. I wouldn't deprive my kids of education, neither my granddaughters nor my grandsons. It will help them reach a position.
Without knowledge and education, a society remains backward. From among our girls right now, 125 have graduated from my school, and several of them have pursued higher education, and now they're working in formal, salaried jobs and play a major role in family happiness.
Thanks to Aqeela's resolve and vision, 2 generations of Afghan refugee girls are now empowered and have a choice over their future. Some will choose to continue their studies, some might even fulfil their dream of becoming doctors, engineers or teachers and carry on Aqeela's legacy.